everyone. We're back again, and it's now my privilege to welcome Sandile Hogana, very successful entrepreneur, making his mark out in the marketplace, and invited him as well to come and share a few thoughts with you. That's the beginning of your MBA journey. Sandile, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Cobus.
And I think maybe by means of introduction, to perhaps briefly share your experiences of your MBA journey.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. In terms of my MBA, I started MBA in Milpark Business School there from 2011 up until the end of 2013. So the reason for me, I even chose Milpark. Milpark at that time, it was also rated as one of the top private MBA. Right. And in terms of the MBA journey, there are lots of learnings that I got. Like firstly, the relationships that I've built within the program, because within the program you get to meet various people from various backgrounds. And some of the people that I've met are still my friends today, and some of them we do business together. So the relationship are long lasting, that way we got. And the second one, it's around the overall scope of the individual, because for instance my background is in computer science and in applied mathematics, but then when I came into the MBA program, so I was able now to have an overall view of how the functions in a business work, for instance, marketing, operations, finance, and human capital, how all those things get integrated into one, and therefore now it gives you as a person, as a leader, in terms of understanding, and you can take the business to the next level. So for me, those were the key learnings that I got out of the program.
Fantastic, fantastic. Something, and if you reflect back, what did you find in the program to be the most challenging, and how did you deal with it?
MBA, the challenge is always the time constraint, because as a person you are working on this side, and also you have to deliver on the from the academic point of view. So the time was always an issue. I remember my program at my time, so I had to attend from Monday to Thursday, and also attend on Saturday, from Saturday in the morning up until the afternoon, and also on Sunday. So the time was really the constraint. But what I did on my side, I said, look, at the end of the day, I know that I have to sacrifice. Yeah. There are certain things that are going to suffer. For instance, I didn't go out as much as I used to before the MBA, so that for instance on a Friday I can put more time so that I can prepare for the weekend. After the classes, I'll go straight home and then sleep, maybe put another 2 hours after the program, because the next day you have to go to work. So it's all about the sacrificing, because I think each and every individual, you must know why you wanted to do the MBA. So if you've got a higher purpose, and therefore now you'll make some time out of the program. So that's why I was able to sacrifice and push more.
Now, considering those time constraints, then how did you go about balancing your life between work and family and in the studies? Perhaps some thoughts around that.
Yeah, the first and the foremost, so I had to tell everyone when I was starting the program, but everyone within my circles, like family, workplace, that I'm going to be embarking on the MBA program. And the MBA program, it needs a lot of attention, and therefore everyone has to understand that I'm not going to be always available. For instance, at work, because I had a very good manager. I think it's also important that people understand what contributions out of the learnings that you're going to be getting from the MBA, that you can also use and apply in the workplace, and therefore your manager or your leadership will be understanding in that regard. So for me, I make sure that people understand this is what I'm doing, and therefore now, for instance, on certain Fridays, I'll be able to ask my manager, can I take some time out of the work so that I can come to school and prepare for the exams and prepare for the assignments, because the assignments can, in fact, they are the ones that can be really taxing in the program, because you get to work with different people. For instance, within the program, you are grouped, let's say 5 or 6 people. Yeah. And not everyone always have the work ethic, because we are coming from a different background.
Okay.
So that's where the leadership like comes into play, and also the type of people that like you choose. And
something now, knowing you as a very successful business person, strategist, and entrepreneur, having an understanding that planning is important. How did you plan your journey in terms of the reading, the studying, preparation for assignments, preparation for examinations, and so forth?
The planning and the organization, like in the MBA, you have to like it. Otherwise, like as a person, you are not going to be like a successful.
Right.
So you need to be like I always call it for me. Whatever I do, like I need to be engaged,
Right.
like in myself. Because if I'm not engaged, like in the program, it's going to be very like difficult as a person to get it right and stuff. So like I'll make sure that like within every Sunday, like after finishing all my like all the week, so I plan for the next week or so now, because you already have the schedule of the program in terms of how many classes that are going to be attending, which assignments are you going to be doing. So what I was doing like with the assignments, for instance, I'll make sure those ones that I know like are very difficult, like I engage like with the people that I know like are also good at it, so that I can be able to get like more information and also prepare like myself. And those ones that I know like I'm good at it, I'll make sure that within a day or two, like at the time I receive the study pack, I already prepare for it, so that when that day comes of the submission, I'm already like submitted. Because again, when you're studying the MBA, it competes with other programs.
Okay.
So like it's not just only the priority, you've got other priorities in your life, the work, the family and stuff.
Yes.
But again, it's all about how do you ensure that you balance out like those, and at the same time, because you've got this goal that you need to achieve in place, and people within your circles have to understand that.
Of course,
Yes.
Now, there's only a few. You graduated in 2013. Now, 2 years later, if you look back, was it worth it?
Definitely. the MBA, as I've alluded earlier, like it gives you like a different perspective. The types of books like that you read, the information that is being shared by the lecturers, and also by the individual. Because what I like about the MBA, it's very interactive. So you find someone who's working in the mining industry, someone who's working in IT, and someone who's working in the banking. Everyone coming up like with a different perspective. So for me now, I was like within the years that I've been in the MBA, I think that's the time that I've really grown. Not only just from reading the books, but the interaction that I had with the people. So it has allowed me to give me the confidence, because they say like in life, if you are not confident, you are twice defeated. But with the knowledge that I've acquired and the skill that I've acquired, so it has given me like the confidence in that, look, I can go to any boardrooms and engage with anyone. And one of the things that I like, for instance, is the frameworks that we get from the entrepreneurship class, and also the frameworks that we get from the operations and the strategy. Because when you've got those frameworks, when you go out there, maybe like you are facing a business problem, you are able to just put like the problem into place, and then like you are able to come up with the solution, because you've got the framework. But if you are outside the MBA program, you cannot have a chance of knowing those frameworks in terms of how to solve a problem. And lastly, when it comes to the research, because when we were doing the MBA research, I think that was one of the most difficult one, because you need to be disciplined firstly as a person, but the knowledge and the skill that came out of it, because firstly you have to, when you are facing any other task, you cannot solve every problem in the world, but you are able, because of the knowledge that is being taught in the research, how to break down a problem into components that are manageable. And then things like, for instance, you put up a hypothesis, because you are just putting parameters in place so that you can solve. So even now I'm able to use those the research approach into my business, and even on in life.
Fantastic. And So, Sandile, if you, in closing, perhaps have got a tip or to share with
Yes.
with the new students, what would that be?
Yes. The tip, when you are coming here, it's not going to be easy. Definitely. But the first and the foremost, you must know why you wanted to do the MBA. It's not just like a nice to have, and you must be willing to sacrifice, and you must be willing to be committed into the program. You need to put long hours in place, and at the same time, when you come out of the program, you're a different person, because some of the people that you meet here, they're going to shape you in a different way. So you must be able to relate with the people. You must be able to build a relationship, because the relationship that you get from here, they're going to become in a good standing in your life outside the MBA program.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Sandile, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I trust that you've got some nice takeaways that you can take with you that Sandile shared with us on your own MBA journey.